Aerodrome Finance Price Update. I hope you are ready. My name is mikemadz. Let's start this video. Before start the video, as always, especially here Aerodrome and base community, show me that you're still around. Every single like matters, every comment matters. The more people engage, the better for the entire community, and I appreciate every single engagement here. Thank you. Let's start. All right, let's stop wasting time. Let's jump straight into it, especially here as Aerodrome rallied to a very, very important level here. We need to watch in order to decide here if to take profits already or if this is the rally to new all-time highs here. Now, of course, main topic today is going to be Aerodrome. Aerodrome, it is finally happening. Something very, very important. A main step here in Aerodrome's journey in order to reach those price targets you always had in mind. The lowest market cap token I have ever presented on this channel here. High risk, very, very high reward with a true potential 70+x return without sounding like a moon boy. Updated June price prediction here for Aerodrome, and to see what can happen here in the next couple of days, weeks and months. And also, of course, do this right now. Very, very crucial here to do this right now, especially if you are an Aerodrome holder. Okay, now starting off with Aerodrome. Aerodrome, it is happening here, and if you're part of the Aerodrome community, you already know here. This was part of our main thesis here since early 2024. What I'm talking about here is simply funneling Coinbase users directly into the base ecosystem using Aerodrome here. And this thesis here is finally showing or coming to life here with this announcement here. Very, very bullish. As you can see, Aerodrome, we will be integrating DEXs from base directly into the Coinbase app here. This is the perfect setup, guys. Why? Because Coinbase, if you watch my very first Aerodrome video, Coinbase has over 100 million users here, guys. Now, most users are not crypto native here. They don't understand DEXs, they don't understand wallets, they don't understand bridging, none of that. Making it easy for retail beginners or making it crypto friendly, beginner friendly to bridge from Coinbase directly into the DEX is an absolute game changer here. Now, first of all, Aerodrome is going to profit from that, no question about it. It's going to be the main DEX here of Coinbase. Most probably liquidity is going to profit from that, especially on-chain liquidity. And also what most people don't have on their radar, also our microcaps, on-chain tokens are potentially going to profit from that here. So huge, huge step. Now, of course, there's a couple questions I'd like to have answered here. Is Aerodrome going to be the only DEX here which you can use in this app? Of course, also, are there any functions here, limit orders, DCA, etc.? And also, third question is, when is it happening here? Three important questions. Also, shout out to Thomas here, my Telegram group here. He asks the right questions and he inspired me to put this here in this video. Okay, now, big step, huge step for Aerodrome, huge step for base, very, very bullish. Now, of course, also to top that, the volume is already reflecting here the success of Aerodrome and also the success of base here. And as you can see here, $100 billion in volume, basically a 10x growth here, year over year here. Absolutely massive, nothing more to say. The only thing that needs to happen right now is the repricing of the AERO token price, which will happen eventually. All right, coming to the lowest market cap token I have ever presented on this channel. Before I present it here, big disclaimer. No, guys, I'm not being paid by the project. No, guys, I'm not planning to pump and dump and use you as exit liquidity. I'm going to be very transparent with myself. And also, guys, no, this is not some sort of scam, fishy attempt here to extract any liquidity here. This is not my goal. I just want to share what I'm personally doing here and what my intent was here searching for such a project. Now, first of all, I wanted to find a project with a true potential 200x. Okay, sounds crazy, but just as a theory here, how would you go about finding a true 200x? First things first, of course, here, the market cap needs to be tiny here. There's no going around that, okay? Because you want to be one of the earliest buyers here. Early positioning is super, super important. And especially here, sub 100K is an absolutely great entry here, which I usually don't recommend, guys. But with this project, it's different, and I will cover why. Of course, second thing here, the team needs to have a track record. Because especially with those ultra low market cap tokens, it can be very, very easy to scam buyers here. And it can be very, very easy to rock such projects. This is why it's super important to have low market cap, but with a team with a track record here, trusted and especially known in the ecosystem. And of course here, also very, very important, which is very, very hard to find. And this is why I came to this project. I want to have an available benchmark of similar projects here with higher market caps to see something where we can look up to something here, what is possible to achieve with this token here. This was very, very hard to find, and this is why also I came to this token. Of course, last thing here, needs to make sense here. A meme coin can be low market cap. There's millions of that. I want to have a utility, unique project here with a low market cap, track record team, and something that makes sense. And this is why I found, or this is how I found Black Gold. Now, before you go and search, this is a project on Solana, guys. I know I'm a base channel, but I also like to cover other ecosystems here because it makes sense to diversify, first of all. And I was a very, very early Solana bull. So this is on Solana. And as you can see here, this is sub 200K market cap. So tiny project here. I got in actually much, much earlier. The price already pumped, but this is nothing here, guys. You're still early. Upside potential is absolutely massive. The token is mintable. I will tell you shortly why, because it's a proof of work token. You can mine this token, so ignore this warning, nothing to worry about. Big disclaimer here before we continue. Guys, this is a low volume, low market cap token. What does it mean here? Even the smallest buys here shoot up the price or have the potential to shoot up the price like crazy. So I'm aware of that, guys. I'm not shilling something here that is actually, this is not going to happen too often here. This is going to be most probably one of the lowest volume, lowest market cap tokens I'm ever going to present on this channel. I'm fully aware of it, but why I'm confident doing so, because I know the team basically. They have a track record and they're known in the Solana ecosystem. This is the only way I can allow myself here to present such token. I'm talking about, of course, Black Gold here. Now, what is Black Gold? Black Gold is basically a proof of work project on Solana. So a project or a token you can actively mine on your laptop. You can even mine it on your mobile. Why is this so important? First of all, I'm a huge fan of proof of work. Proof of work done right is a great mechanism here to distribute tokens here in a fair way. This is how you should look at it. And why it matters, as you can see, on-chain mining isn't just about producing hashes. It's ensuring fairness, security, and economic integrity. Super important. This is one of the hardest things to do as a project, because you need to think about how are you going to distribute those tokens here at the beginning stages. Are you going to do it with VCs, lockups, etc.? And this is where proof of work actually shines here. A deterministic, tamper-resistant proof of work system, sustainable token economy here, super important, with not a lot of emissions here. And one of the main things I liked about it, the supply is limited, just like Bitcoin, with only 21 million tokens here. So you have scarcity, you have proof of work, and you have it with a team that actually has a track record. In combination with this low market cap, in my personal opinion, this is a great shot here for a project to reach those 70+x returns. So if there is a chance for a token to reach those levels, in my personal opinion here, this is a great shot to do so. And as you can see here, just getting to the $10 million market cap, which is tiny, guys. There's thousands of projects with this market cap. It's already over 70x return. And why I'm referring to that? Because this is one of the dev's prior projects here. As you can see, it started off very similar, very low market cap, and then it shot up, I think, over 7 million. So you have something to compare it to. It makes sense, in my personal opinion, this project. It's a unique project here. You don't see a lot of mining projects anymore, proof of work. And as you can see here, guys, this is on Solana. Very important. There's many tokens with this name or with this token shortcut. You need to make sure, if you want to buy this project, that you choose the one on Solana. Getting back to Aerodrome and the price prediction, let's take a look at where Aerodrome is right now. And then we are actually at a very important point here for Aerodrome. We are exactly at the level I always told you about. We are at the level here of around 75 cents. Why is that so important? Because clearly, as you can see, basic TA, this is exactly the resistance line here where Aerodrome got rejected multiple times, 7+ times. So very important resistance here. Once we break this level here, and especially as just like I said, weekly close above 75 cents, and the show starts here for Aerodrome. If we get rejected here another time, it's not a problem, guys. Don't be shaken out. Theoretically, we are still in the bull market. Nothing has changed, and Aerodrome here is looking on a fundamental basis better than ever before here. Now, if you're already in profit, in massive profit, this is the spot to de-risk. This is just reality here. This is exactly the spot to risk. The chart is telling you so, because right now you're hoping that this resistance is going to turn into support, but at the end of the day, it's just simply hope. The chart is telling you this is resistance. Is it looking like we are here about to explode higher? Yes, there's definitely a chance, and especially with this almost W formation and higher low formation, it is looking good for Aerodrome. But as you know here, guys, the entire market right now with those war scares is not looking too good here. So the chance of higher is definitely there. I'm not saying it's not, but we're also at very, very crucial support. Once we have a weekly close, guys, above 75 cents, the party starts here. Now, also showing you the comparison to Ethereum. Super, super important if you're an Aerodrome holder. You need to compare your micro or mid cap here to Ethereum, because if your mid cap is not even outperforming Ethereum, why are you holding it? And as you can see here, this triangle actually I drew in my last videos. I forgot about it. I looked back at it and we bounced exactly at this trend line here. And as you can see here, this just simply shows you when Aerodrome outperforms Ethereum or when Aerodrome it's time for Aerodrome to underperform Ethereum here. And looking at all this data here, the potential here, if Aerodrome is a truly outperformer here, truly outperforms Ethereum in this bull market and breaks out of the structure here and goes higher than that, then we can dream about Aerodrome actually reaching above $20 here, which was by now not my base case here. So if Aerodrome actually breaks out here and the top is around this level of this trend line here, then you can expect Aerodrome to reach somewhere around the level of $5. If Aerodrome is a true outperformer, then you should get prepared here to see Aerodrome in the near future above 20 bucks. Coming to the end of the video, do this right now. Why is this so important? Because as always at the end, I want to show you also the risks here of being in altcoins and also of being in crypto here. There's always risks. While might not be here extreme risks here where you lose money because you're not using leverage, there is simply the risk here that the market is doing something which you're not expecting it to do, which can shake you out or which can give you a panic attack here and you sell your position. This is very, very important because it is a potential here, guys. Everybody right now is looking where? Everybody's looking only up. But most people are starting to doubt here that we're going to have another 20 to 30% correction for Bitcoin. Guys, this is crypto and I want to remind you everything is possible, and another correction in the summer months is actually very likely, especially if you look at seasonality and if you look at the data, it is more likely than not to have another rejection here, to have another phase of boring chop and downside consolidation. So you need to be aware of that, because if this were about to happen here, let's say with this fractal, I'm not a huge fan of fractals, but it gives you a visual representation here what I mean. If this fractal were to play out for Bitcoin and Bitcoin actually dips below 90K, you can only imagine what happens to altcoins. And if you don't have a plan, and if you're not aware of volatility of altcoins, you will simply get shaken out. And maybe then by Q4, then it's going to be the time where altcoins outperform. So for you, do this right now. What should you do? You should be prepared for it, either mentally or you have a plan here with invalidation levels. If Bitcoin drops below 94, you're out. If Bitcoin goes above 107, you actually can DCA more. Okay, so make sure to have a plan. Whatever that plan is, have a plan. Super, super important. And I want to remind you a data point here that actually speaks for that altcoins will see more pain before we get into alt season. Is again this chart here. I keep showing you. This is very, very important because usually, guys, altcoins start outperforming Bitcoin once they truly capitulate here on their Bitcoin pair. Very, very, very important. Can this time be different? Of course, guys, we're not in the same market like last cycle, and especially we're not in the same market here like 2018, etc. So can this time be different? Yes. Does the data tell you something else? Also yes. So again, do this right now. What do I mean by that? Very, very simple. Have a plan, stick to it, and you will be successful. Okay? At the end of the day, guys, be bullish on yourself. That yields the most returns. Do your own research. Super, super important. Most important thing is, as always, don't get right.
This a guy giving up from blue tops like Mars Simpson, just hard discipline, pot simmering, cooking up, no rocks in the pan, watching the plan form in the sand, bidding castles out of thoughts in our head, late nights, no sleep in my bed, trying to see my dreams manifest. Look at that, now look at that.